Hi, everybody. This is Renowned Explorers. Oh, I never knew you could do that. The background moving there. Anyway, this is a kind of strategy game. I felt like playing something else because I got tired of the other games I've been doing lately. I've played this before some time ago. I never played it too much. I'm going to go ahead and create a new game. So you can see here that scientists... Okay, well, first of all, let's start at the beginning. This is a rock, paper, scissors kind of strategy game. So you can either be friendly, you can be devious, or you can be aggressive. And each of these has different attacks and relies on different stats. So like here it says an aggressive attitude relies on physical strength and weapons. So some things will be better versus other classes or other moods, I guess is the way to call this. So if your enemy is always fighting in a friendly mood, you might be better off being devious or something. I'm not really sure what the hell the ratio or what's the relationship, which one beats which one. We'll figure it out as we go. Anyway, the more you play, the more people you unlock. So here I've only unlocked the brighter portraits. I think these are the people I can pick as my captain. So right now I'm picking my captain. So I can either have a scientist. So these people are all scientists. Can't use these people, of course. These are scouts, these are fighters, these are speakers. So these things, like this, fighters are strong and useful in a fight. Fighters too find extra gold when overcoming challenges because scouts also find gold. Scientists gain research, speakers gain status. So these are kind of like side stats. The way it kind of works is, fuck it, I'll show you when I go. It's too complicated to explain. But anyway, so the first person I'm going to pick, let's just start with Ivan Dashkov. Apparently I have a campfire story that helps him, but let's ignore that for now. So Ivan is a real brawler fighter with amazing attack and armor, but lacking speech and speech defense. So people who are strong speakers, probably like speakers, will have a good time of putting Ivan down, and then Ivan's probably going to die or lose or whatever. I mean, you're not really fighting, you're like insulting each other, or I guess you are as aggressive persons, you might actually hit people, but can't remember. But anyway, so he can pin enemies to position and dish out great amounts of damage. He does exceptionally well in aggressive crews. Try to take someone with you that can take speech hits for Ivan and go aggressive or devious is the recommendation. So you can see he's got 2 skill in athlete. These are his stats. So he's got 15 speech power, which is pretty low, 35 attack power, which is really high, 3 movement. I think 3 is a bit slow, but not terrible. There's his grit. So grit is like dodge, I guess. Armor and speech defense. So speech attack, speech defense, physical attack, physical defense, and then movement and dodge. And their spirit is their general health. So anyway, I'm going to stick with him, I think. I'm probably going to go with an aggressive crew just to keep this simple. But again, you can see that I think at the beginning you can pick everybody, but the more things you do with them, you have to complete expeditions. So here, to complete, let's start from the beginning. Agatha von Brunswick. Some say this German professor is really too old for leading expeditions, but as a teacher, she knows how to handle people. So I would have to complete 4 expeditions using this character to have her as a captain. But since I've already got a captain, I don't really care. But for him, the bonus was to kind of go aggressive or devious, and I'm going to stick with aggressive. So let's look at some of these guys. Let's have a look at him. Harry. He's devious and aggressive. He's a glass cannon scout with very high speech and high attack with barely any defenses. I see. He's got 4 movement and blah. Okay. With Charles and Bia. So for this guy who was recommended, Molly and Earl. I don't want to do the default one. There's Molly. What's Molly? He's a brawler scout, high attack and decent armor. And 5 moves. You know what, I'm just going to stick with... actually, I won't do Harry, I'll do maybe Kiwi. What's she got? She's a survivalist. So she's devious. And she can do friendly. Actually, I might keep her. So basically, he's aggressive and devious. She's devious and friendly, so I've got 2 in devious, which is nice. And now I'm going to pick somebody here who's maybe aggressive. And I think, well, if I do also devious, well, let's have a look at the other people here. He is friendly or devious, aggressive or devious. Yeah, okay, I'll go with her. She's a quick thinker as well. She's got similar stats to the dude, as in high offense, no defense. Same movement, but she's a quick thinker, which I like. And aggressive or devious. So now, let's, as the last person, I'm gonna want somebody maybe... Who are these speakers? He's a defensive speaker with great defenses overall. Or great defenses and overall good offense. Okay, he does have pretty good defense. And he does especially well in... So if I picked him, he's aggressive and devious. And I have nobody with friendly. Or nobody who's really good at friendly. So I'm gonna pick somebody else. Here's friendly or devious. Friendly or aggressive. And that would fit, right? So then I've got 3 in aggressive, 2 in devious, and 2 in friendly. She's a diplomat and a naturalist. She's got pretty good defense as well. So she's got good speech defense. He's got good armor defense. She has no defense, but she's got good attack. So I think this is a pretty balanced crew. So I'm going to go ahead and start my adventure. Yep. Okay, so they gain XP, blah, 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 blah. This is it. You just got your Renowned Explorers International Society membership. Ivan wants to make a big entrance and wants to investigate a mystic appearance, a druidic stone circle. Rumor has it that Celtic druids set up a sect here a long time ago. Go through the tutorial. No, time for adventure. I think I've been through the tutorial. Okay, so this is kind of the map screen. Here I've got 1 resolve. So, I mean, basically, yeah, every time somebody dies, you lose 1 resolve. And then if you lose resolve, you lose the game. And then here I've got food. So I have 7 food. Here you can see this strip will take 1 food, and this strip will take 0. You can also see kind of how things connect afterwards. And you can see here, there's this one blue swirly thing, which is a research. So I can find a research if I go here, maybe. Likewise here, if I go here, there's gold, there's research, there's something odd, so that could be like a special encounter kind of deal. And there's also a wits challenge. A tactician, beguiler, or quick thinker may be useful. And I'm pretty sure she's a quick thinker. Yes, indeed. Alert and cunning. So the way it works is, this is the class of skill, like quick thinker. She has 2 in it. And these are the 2 she has. So she has the alert quick thinker skill and the cunning quick thinker skill. So these are different for some things, because there will be different encounters that will require certain skills. And other times you need more people with the same skills. So maybe cunning, if I have another person with cunning as well, then maybe something else will happen. So the game's really deep that way as far as combinations go. There's a lot of different things that can happen just based on the layout of your crew and who you've got. Plus also, wherever you go shit happens. So I'm gonna go ahead here and we'll see shit happen. The crew walks through a dense part of the forest when they hear a characteristic chirp coming from above. The crew looks up and sees... an elusive gold bird. These babies are worth a ton to Bird Trader. Sadly, the bird seems to know that it's very desirable and makes to fly away. The crew already feels disappointed at this missed opportunity when somebody's unpredictable instincts kick in. And it's her, the one with the skill, I think. Hatis cannot let so much money fly away and does something unpredictable. That bird is worth a small fortune. Hatis's greed take over, and in a blind rush, Hatis manages to snatch the little fellow. While Hatis allows the crew to research it, Hatis wants to keep the profits. Hatis's greed can make for unpredictable actions, and she's gained the Quick Thinker Unpredictable perk. I've gotten a bunch of points here. These are study tokens, so there's my research. Also got some renown. I don't think I have any insight here, but eventually these tokens, they all pile up here. At the end, they'll get cashed into these tokens. And then I can use these tokens back at base kind of thing to do other shit. But anyway, let's have a quick look at Hatis Adaman. Adaman. Okay, so as you can see, here, alert, cunning, and now unpredictable as well. So now I have 3 out of the, I guess, 8 or so options, possible skills in this. And that's pretty cool. Though sometimes you'll go have a special event that'll offer you one of these and you've already got it, in which case, well, tough shit. Anyway, so we continue now. So we've used one of the food. So this is a lot like a board game, just, you know, on the computer. And then I think this is my, this is my campfire thing. So this they added in an expansion at some point. This counter goes up, and then eventually you can have a little campfire, and then special stuff will happen, and maybe you get special skills. But anyway, so here we have 2 choices. They both seem pretty equal. I'm gonna go this way. In the middle of the forest, you find ruins of some sort. What it actually was remains to be uncovered. The crew starts an investigation, and Hatis soon finds some ancient Celtic writing on a stone. Read it. It reads something like, "Welcome to the other world, where we fairies live. We have been chased of our homeland by the Celts and now live in this magical place." The crew was looking at the text with interest when suddenly a small person pops up. "Ye, I am a fairy of old. Get off my land immediately or I'll cast a spell on you." It's obviously an orphan child. "Nice try, kid," says Hildegard. Still, pretty impressive that an orphan kid is able to decipher the script. Ivan offers the lonely kid a chance to join you as part of your entourage. The girl happily accepts. "Yes, I can make up stories and help you with reports. Finally, I'm going to see more of the world." So basically, you have an entourage, as you've just found out, and you can have different people in that entourage, and some of them will study and give you more research tokens. Some of them will be reporters and make reports and then give you more renown, which I think is, more status. Anyway, so a journalist joins your entourage, and I gain 3 study tokens. So you can see they go up here. Now I've got 8 study tokens. Each of them will give me 46 research points at the end, and they also give some renown. And renown is the main thing you're going for. Like, renown is the final decider of your value, how well known you are. But everything else contributes to that, like gold, research, status, stuff like that. I think we are probably going to try and go for status. Just because, that seems to make the most sense for devious people. I wouldn't expect them to, be all about the research or maybe money. Maybe I'll do a money focus. Anyway, we'll see. So I can continue. I have 5 of 7 food left. I could go here, I could go here. I know I need to head towards this at the end, but I kind of want to see more of the island if I can. And sometimes you can get more food. But for now, I'm going to focus on gold and status, which I can get here, maybe. On one of those rainy days, you see a feather lying beneath a small tree. The feather is both magnificent and valuable. Great, so I just got 1 campaign token, which will give me status, and I got 1 gold, or whatever, a collect token, which will give me 11 to 16 gold. And so how much status this gives me, how much gold this gives me, that's something that other stuff will affect later, so I can get bonuses to how much gold I get. It all ties together. It's a pretty intricate and intertwined system. Anyway, so all the way here, I can see that there's a treasure. There's also a nature challenge that will need an athlete, naturalist, or survivalist. She was a naturalist. She's a quick thinker. And he's an athlete. So at least I have an athlete and a naturalist. So probably I can solve this challenge pretty easily. It looks like there's something here and here. And it looks like there's something here. Oh, that's the end. Okay. But I think I'm going to go this way first. So here there's a nature challenge. Again, athlete, naturalist, or survivalist. And there's research here. So I'm going to go here. The crew traverses an area that looks like it has never been trotted before. Ivan finds a weird, colorful stone that looks valuable. The crew goes to take a look. Should I do like a terrible Russian accent? Sadly, closer up The stone doesn't look so fancy at all. The crew just waves it away as some common pebble. Hildegard, however, thinks there's more to the stone and jots down some observations before leaving. Alright. And apparently I can do a campfire. So let's do a campfire. Why not? Pick a story to tell. So these are shuffled in randomly out of like the deck of random cards. And then during the game, you can collect campfire stories and they'll get put into the deck. So then you can randomly get them and they will usually, like this one, this is a bonus one. Stories of Suspense gives you level 2 quick thinkers gain +5 speech and +2 campaign whenever a level 2 quick thinker succeeds on the adventure wheel. We've not seen the wheel yet. And I'm not sure if I use this, will it carry over into the rest of the game or is it just gone from the game for now? I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep this one just so that I always have it as an option. And this gives me resolve, this gives me study, this gives me campaign. It's the beginning yet, so I'm not too worried about having too much status, but having a couple of study as well. I mean, I already have a lot, but having more would let me unlock cool bonuses that I can use to focus on gold and status. So let's play this one. Hildegard adamantly makes a point to discuss a weird cultural phenomenon you observed earlier today. The crew really just wants to sleep, but a rambling Hildegard makes that virtually impossible. In the end, the crew gives in and joins Hildegard in the discussion, which turns out to be very interesting. Nice. So I've got a ton more tokens, and I can exit the campfire, let them all sleep. Okay, so if I go here, there's status. I have 3 food. So let's see, if I go here, that's 1. I'll have 2 left. Then I'll have 1 left. And then I'll be at my destination. But what if there's something really cool here? I'm just going to go here. Out of nowhere, in the middle of the forest, a huge cliff stands before you. Such a geological rarity often holds some exceptional treasures. Ivan orders the crew to look around. The crew examines the cliff. What happens? The crew comes back to make an action plan. Hatis mentions that there's plenty to find at the foot of the cliff. Maybe even a survivalist or athlete would be able to climb the dangerous cliff and look for more specific treasures. And indeed, Ivan will climb the dangerous cliff. Ivan goes for it and starts climbing the cliff with limited gear, a very daring endeavor. What kind of treasure is he looking for? Quartz is random shit. Fossil is random shit. Crystals are random shit. Okay, so I have no idea what the hell the difference of any of these is. Let's go for crystals. Okay, well, I found some study tokens. So I had 13% chance of this, that, and... Okay, oh no, okay, so it'll happen now. Okay, 13% chance to gain a druid quartz, 13% chance to gain ammonite fossil, or 75% chance to get a sunstone. Yay. Well, good enough. So it gives me renown, it gives me some insight, a clear crystal used by Vikings as a sundial when navigating the seas. So, weird bearded guy is recommending I do the treasure hunt, which is if you think you know better than Chairman Pinkerton, you can disable his recommendations in the settings menu. I don't have any idea who the fuck he is, and what does this give me? Oh, there we go. Earth treasures can give gold and research. Okay, so this might be giving me gold and research. This... Discoveries will give me extra research. I don't think I've made a discovery yet. Or all scouts gain +10 attack. That's pretty tempting. Because giving Hatis... He has 33. Having 43 attack power just right off the bat would be pretty awesome. Especially since we're an aggressive crew. So I think I'm going to do that one. Okay. And I got a discovery token. So that would have been the other thing. The treasure would have given me a bonus there. But anyway, so that's the final destination. But here there's another challenge. Naturalist, athlete, or survivalist. So let's go here first. Weird colorful stone. It looks as worthless as the other one, but the crew is starting to think there's something up with the stone. So here you can see each of these people have different stats. So Ivan investigates a stone. He's pretty shitty. He's not going to succeed because he has no bonuses. Hatis, likewise, pretty shitty, no bonuses. And you can see what the chance of them finding is. 2 study and maybe a bonus 1 collect. 2 study, maybe a bonus 1 collect. And then Hildegard investigates a stone as a 61% chance. And the downside is she might have minus 10 armor. She currently has 0 armor. So I'm pretty confident that even if she fails, this isn't just and this is the adventure wheel. And I won. I passed. So, wait a minute, this stone is special. Not in the magical sense of the word, mind you. Hildegard figures that this stone might have properties that will aid in wave research. You mine the stone for the lab. Nice one, Hildegard. Okay, so we got another campaign token, and we got a ton of these. This is going to be handy. And let's go to the final spot. So I could actually go here and then go here, I think. I don't recall what exactly happens when you starve. I think all your people get malices, so like they get -5 or whatever to some shit. I have no idea. I'm not going to risk it now. I mean, it's not a big deal, but... So the Druidic Circle must be somewhere around. Once you get there, this expedition will come to an end. You can come back to this place when you wish to continue later. Are you ready to go? So I could just keep going and then make another move, but yeah, no, I'm gonna go in. The crew vigorously searches through the dense forest. It doesn't take long before you find it. A standing stone circle. The ruined main menhir must contain valuable information to study. It will surely skyrocket your reputation at the renowned explorers. However, you hear familiar laughter. Behind you stands the French explorer Rivaleux, who is considered to be the most promising of the renowned explorers. He got here just before you did. Thank you, amateur. Under Rule 24B of the Explorer Mandate, fellow explorers should help each other out, and I really need to take the main menhir to impress a lady. Explain all the hard work you had to do to get here. Yeah, sure. He looks at you as if he really cares and continues. Oh wow, this is most unfortunate. Maybe you should talk about this with my most intelligent and diplomatic scientist, Lady Cassandra Shafiq. I'm sure she'll hear out all your problems while I take the menhir. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Before Ivan can stop Rivaleux, his crew, scientist Cassandra, steps forward. Hello, fellow renowned explorers. I heard you have many problems, no? Let me help you, yes? She's not letting you pass. And so we need to defend ourselves against this Egyptian chick. And I don't know. We'll see how we do. Defeat the boss. So if we defeated friendly, Cassandra is pleased with your diplomatic approach. If we defeated devious, Cassandra appreciates it that you don't resort to violence. And if you do it aggressive, she thinks you're a brute. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm a brute. So let's start. So is this kind of not really hex grid, you know, just kind of a random grid. These are my dudes. These are their dudes. I don't see any more. I don't think I can drag the map around or anything. Oh yeah, I can. There we go. Just click the drag. So this cunt is who I need to beat. These fucks I might ignore for now, and I might just basically try to plow ahead. So, how far can he get if I run with him? Because that's my scout. So let's say I move to like here. All of this in blue I can move to, basically. Anywhere more and it's too far. But I can basically do this. Maybe to just to here. I don't want to run by him. I'm not sure if he'll get an attack of opportunity. Can't remember. And no vibes. They're friendly. It makes them stronger if I'm devious, but weaker if I'm aggressive. So if I start off aggressive, I'm going to get a bonus because they're being peaceful. Well, good. I actually could have done this from a distance. Because, okay, so here, look. My attack is power, 100% times attack, hit chance, 100% range, 3 tiles. So I could probably even attack her now, but I'm not sure. There's Satin, which is a devious attitude attack, range 2 tiles. And this is Encourage. So it's a friendly attack. I have an 80% chance to hit, and it's a melee attack. So I have to be touching. I think that the ranged attack would have been the best from way over there, but then he would have been exposed to them because he's weak, right? So I'm actually now gonna grab. Let's grab her. Wait, how many moves do they all have? She has 3. He has 3. 2, 3. Okay, good. So this is actually as far as she can move anyway. So let's have her charge in. And then she's good at being friendly. But let's just go with the attack. So as you can see, when I click on them, this bar shows how much it's gonna hurt. So basically right now, I'm gonna one-shot kill any of these people. And that's cool, because that's exactly what I want to do. So let's kill him. Okay. Now with him, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this dude. Yeah. And now with Hatis, I'm going to attack this chick. Okay, now it's their turn. No, now I have to end my turn.
Hey. Whoa.
So they're being friendly still, which is not a really good choice. Okay. So you are feeling Bloodlust, plus 20% speech defense, and cheap movement, so these are, I guess, his boosts. And he's feeling impressed, so he has minus 25% speech defense. But I don't really care about that, because I'm just going to continue smashing people. Suck on that! Yeah! And then you win. So I could have spent time killing all the other people too, I guess. But basically, if there is a leader of the thing, of the enemy squad, then taking them out just finishes the encounter, basically. Cassandra is livid. Barbarian! How dare you attack during a civilized conversation? People like you are the reason the gods left us. I hope your bloody ways lead you to ruin. And she leaves to follow Rivalu, who somehow managed to get away with a whole menhir. Whatever. Rivalu is gone with the main menhir. The most interesting and telling scriptures were on it. Suddenly, a hooded figure appears on the scene. A druid pops out of the forest. Amazing. I saw how you handled that encounter just now. Your strength showed in that fierce battle. I am honored that someone like you is looking for our history. Allow me to help with the divination. Please tell me, what is the dream you chase? So, to become the most famous and respected explorer. No. To be a wealthy and successful adventurer. Maybe. To make an amazing contribution to the sciences by exploring the world. No. I'm gonna do this wealthy one. Ah, wealth. I'm sure you'll spend it wisely. I'll divine the earth for valuables, but no guarantees. The druid does some chants and urges you to follow him. He suddenly stops and points at the ground. The crew starts to dig and finds a unique treasure surrounded by gold. So, I'll get 3 collection points, and then I have a 13% chance to get a claw, a 75% chance to get a Celtic horned helmet, and a 13% chance for a sea sapphire. Well, let's hope. Yeah, sea sapphire. A simply majestic piece, deep as the cold seas. So either I get plus 5 study. What is this? Oh yeah, okay. 1 to 3 gold from collects. So I have 4 collect tokens. +1 study at the end of each expedition for each level of archaeologist in your crew, which happens to be 0. Or +1 study at the end of each expedition for each level of naturalist in your crew. So I would get +1 study for 1 level in naturalist. So I would get 1 extra study, and that's what Old Man is recommending. Whereas this will give me at least 4 gold, and maybe 12. But this also, I think both last forever though, do they? Yeah, fuck it. I'll go for the gold. Let's stick to gold. With this last find, your expedition will still concludes on a high note. However, it's clear that if you want to be the most renowned explorer, you'll have to beat Rivaleux. Now it's personal. Back to London. Okay, so the Highlands are explored. I did it aggressively. I built a reputation for being aggressive. There's all my resources coming up. So I got my Sunstone, which is pretty good, and then all scouts gain +10 attack. I got the Sea Sapphire, so +1 to 3 gold from collects. And then these are all the things, and then they came boiled down into this. And apparently after the 2nd and 3rd expeditions, he's going to be able to yeah, he's going to be able to do stuff. I'm going to get extra supplies. So, small discoveries, all this, mad scientist, most renowned explorer, so I'm way at the bottom here. Let's close this. Back in London, a magnificent job. The board of the Renowned Explorers International Society is impressed by your exploration skills in the Highlands. For this achievement, Chairman Pinkerton gives you an upgrade to your airship, which will allow you to carry more supplies. Okay, so there I get more supplies. We know the drill. There's my supplies capacity. And I'm back at the map. And I think this is actually a good place to stop this episode. It's around half an hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and save and exit. So this is Renowned Explorers. It's been out for a while. I'll probably continue with 1 more episode at least, just so you can see how this part of it resolves and then how the next expedition starts. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks.